Hello, this is Philip and welcome to my channel for this new episode of KSP2, and this is it. We are going to send a Kerbal on the surface of the moon, and because I'm very bad at naming my craft, this one is just K for Kerbal, moon, lander, LD for lander, and 9 T because this the mass of this lander is 9.6 tons. This is a lot, and this is a lot because I'm using Kerbolar System, which is a 2.5 times scaled system. And if I want to send a Kerbal on the moon and to get back to Kerbin, I need some lot of delta V, and for that I need those delta V, but this is not enough to go from Kerbin to from orbits of Kerbin to the surface in the moon, and then to lift off from the moon to Kerbin. This is not enough. I have to add a transfer module, and then I have to add, of course, the launcher to send all of this on Kerbin's orbits. Inside here I have just a Science Junior. I have a couple of batteries because the lander doesn't use a lot of batteries of electricity. I have some lights inside this cargo bay, because if my Kerbal need to, I don't know, to repair, to look at the science, it could be good to have some lights. Here the two solar panels are connected to the cargo bay, to those batteries here. The lander is this one. Is lighter than the tin can, the MK1, so this is why I chose that that lander. And inside this cargo bay I have this SCS 100 with food, water and oxygen. There is food, water and oxygen also in this pod, in this MK1 Explorer, because I'm also using live support, okay, and I need water, oxygen. I have more than enough food, water and oxygen for this trip, this go back to the moon, but better to have more food than not enough, okay. So, and the mass of this thing is about it's less than a ton, okay. So this was also a lot of mass to carry on. Those legs are the biggest legs I have. And wow, this lander is very ugly, but it should work. So this is it. This is my lander, and if we look at the whole rocket here, this whole rocket has a mass of 465 tons. This is huge, just for the moon. Okay, this is just for the moon. So the delta V is about 9,000 meters per second, 9 kilometers per second. So here, so this is the one part of the transfer module, because the other part is right here below the fairing. Okay, so I have here's one reaction wheel, I have a tank here, another one here, and I have here this skipper. This is a very let's say that this is not the best engine for space, for vacuum. I'd rather like the REL10, the Poodle, but the Poodle doesn't have the enough thrust to that weight. It was too big for the Poodle, so I switched for that one. And honestly, I have a mass of what I said, 460 tons. So the difference of mass between those two engine was so little comparing to the other things. So I wanted to have enough thrust to send this thing on the moon, because all these parts is for to send the lander from Kerbin's orbit to the moon. Okay, so this engine will finish just a little circularization, and then it will send all of this on the moon, and also it will circularize around the moon. The lander will only do the suicide burn to land on the moon, and then of course the liftoff from the moon. And I have another reaction wheel, and I have those 4 boosters, but they are not solid boosters, they are liquid boosters with the same engine than the main engine. This is the main sail. Okay, so we unlocked the main sail in the with the last mission. Here, if I go here, I unlocked these even larger boosters for 400 science points. Okay, so I have the main sail, and I have those metalox, and I have also the monopropellant, but until now I didn't use the monopropellant. So back to the VAB, and we have one last thing to do. We have to choose our Kerbal, and in the last episode I said that I wanted to send Valentina to the moon. She will be the first Kerbal on the surface of the moon. And also I want to start at the launch pad 4, because the latitude of that launch pad 4 is less than the latitude of the launch pad 1. We are closer to the equatorial line with the launch pad 4. Not a lot, but just a little. But I wanted to launch from the launch pad 4, and also it is the farthest from the VAB, so in case of problem we are safe. Okay, so I have to stop talking and let's do that. Here we are. So the KSC is the VAB is here, and this is it. Okay, so let's start. So this is the version 0.5.9.2. I have this boot file as usual. So this is the 23rd mission, K Moon Lander, and you will see something new, this choose vessel to target, because I want to send Valentina on the moon, but I want to send her. So I have all my vessels here. Okay, so these are all the vessels I sent. They are in orbit, they are landed, splashed, and I don't know. This is all the vessels. If I go to the tracking station, I have access to all those vessels here. So I want to choose the one in the moon called this was the first lander we sent to the moon. Okay, and it reached the mare biome, and I want this one because I have a mission here. I have to plant a flag within any mare on the moon. So this is why I choose that one. Okay, but I will send also a Kerbal on the monument, near the monument of the moon, because we have some samples to collect here. So this is a new window. I'll show you how it works, and then I just have to click on choose vessel. Also I can close the window. The most important is to close the window. Choose vessel, just closes the window. And it saves that vessel as a new target. I will target the man, okay, but it saves the latitude and the longitude of this vessel. So let's go. And the rest is as usual. Okay, so I load my the log file, but I load the script to launch that rocket to orbit with a TWR of 1.3, and here we go. Ah, yes, so here we go, not so fast. Okay, thank you, Valentina, you can go home. I forgot. In my last test, I had this problem. And zip. And I forgot to... Oh, let me do that. Ick. Structure. Yeah, I want to add some structs here. Just... not this, like this. 4. Okay. Valentina is still here. All right. Now it should be good. So let's start again. Control System, Reboot. When you interrupt a script, you have to always reboot. Okay, start mission. Select, so on the main, this one. Choose. In fact, I don't have to choose this right from the beginning, because you know that after being in orbit around Kerbin, I have to reload the game and reload the script. And after the reload, it will be important to have the right vessel. To go to orbit doesn't matter. Okay, so I don't have any problem now. And let's go to the men with Valentina. I also love the sound of this engine, the main cell. Alright, so let's focus on the script. So I have this new choose vessel function, and after I choose that vessel from my new window and my new UI, this vessel is used to create a new spot. And once I have the spot, I can use the same script I used from my monument script, or also for this, no, not for the mare, but for the monument landing, to land a probe next to the monument. I use that script, and this is the exact same script until here. Here I look at, I know that the situation will be landed or splash on the moon, it will be landed, and I have a manual action to wait until Valentina goes outside an EVA to collect some samples from the moon's surface, and then I have this new function, transfer for orbiting body. Okay, so I have the function transfer to orbiting body, so to the moon or to Minmus from Kerbin. And to be honest, I didn't test that function, for example, from on Duna, from Duna's orbit to Ike. I should test to see if it works. It should, but I don't know. And so this is transfer from orbiting orbits. I only tested this from the moon, but it should work from Minmus too. And then this is my reentry and landing as usual. So choose vessel is inside the prep launch library. Just to show you that those solid boosters last much more than that liquid boosters last more than solid boosters. And I have some heat problem here, but it should be okay. Okay, in my test it was okay. So I hope it will work. Okay, so choose vessel. First, I have this simple find vessels function. I have the list of all the vessels. This is given by Kontrol System. Get all own vessel. I filter the vessel just to here I want to, for example, find vessel like this with Mare. Okay, so this is the we are close to explode, but no, this is okay. And when you do that, okay, so the function gets all own vessels, okay, but it filters the vessel from this list with the name that contains this string value here, okay, with the two lower, meaning that you can write with uppercase or lowercase at the end. It looks at the lowercase value of that, okay. Okay, so I need 959 meters per second. I have about 700. Okay, so this will be good. So this is just the goal of that function. This was the very first function I created for that purpose. And if I add, let's say, a mun, okay, it check if the body of my vessel here is equal to the body which names is mun. Okay, because I don't know, maybe I have if I look at monuments, I could have several vessels with the name monuments. Okay, and this is my UI. I look at all the vessels. I sort the vessels by name of their body. This is a Y in the list. You saw that was the name, and this names and body uses that list. Okay, and in that list I use the map method to add the name of the body. Okay, so first I sort all the vessel from the name of their bodies. Okay, and then I use that list to add the vessel of their bodies, and I display that list because it's better to select a vessel if you can see directly Kerbin, Mun, Minmus, etc. I found it was better. And then I have a classic window, open centered window, and on that window create version box. It's a very small box that just print the last modification version. Okay, so each time I'll change that function, I will change the number here. Okay, it's just if someone is looking at the script and maybe this is the version 0.7 of Kontrol System, okay, that someone can knows that this is the version 0.7 of Kontrol System, but my script is from the version 0.5.9.2, so maybe during that time things have changed. Okay, and most important, I have a drop down. Okay, so this is the end of the script here, so I can close that. I need to go from Kerbin to the Mun, to land on the Mun, to lift off the Mun, to go back to Kerbin. I need about 4,500 meters per second, so I have 45 left here. It's not so much, but it should work. So Saving the game. Automatic reload. Back to the game. Reboot. And we can do this again, and now I have to be very careful to choose the right craft. So this is why I was explaining. Okay, so for each vessel I added the name of its body. Okay, its targeting body, orbiting body, sorry. And after that, I don't really know how the vessel are sorted. Okay, those vessel, yes, I think I have the 4 clamps, okay, that's stayed in the launchpad 4, and I think I should have different different things, maybe clamps from the launchpad 1 or so. Okay, so men, mare, choose vessel, and let's go. Can close that. Okay, so I have all the lights on, the legs. Okay, and the script then for that window is very easy. The window is open, so I have here a loop, not an infinite loop, but this loop will be executed while the window is still open. Okay, and when I click on validate button, it just closes the window, yes. And if I change the drop down, okay, so it changed the selected vessel, and it uses the element of that list of names of vessel in the index I, because when you use a drop down, the index of the drop down list is saved, so you can use that index to use it inside whatever list you want. Okay, and if I select a new vessel, I just turn that boolean to a true. And because here I just look at if that boolean is true, then that means that I have selected a vessel. Okay, and if it is false, means I didn't select any vessel. So I print an error and I say, okay, if you didn't select any vessel, that means that you didn't start the right script. Okay, so you have to select a different vessel, or you have to select a different script. And this is it. This is my choose vessel script. So we are going to the main. All right, this is it. Valentina is above the men for the first time. You already know the different steps. If you watched my video about the monument of the moon, the Mona signal, you saw the script I used, and I'm using the exact same script here. Okay, but instead of selected the latitude and the longitude of the monument, I just look at the coordinates of the man is here, Kerbin is here, the man is here, the coordinates of my targeted vessel. I'm lowering the periapsis here to 10,000 meters. Okay, my inclination is 10 degrees, and this is okay. And this is the script, always from Romain Poirier. So I need 5 days, quite 6 days until the landing. So Valentina will need a lot of oxygen and water and all of this. If I look at water support, life support, she had 27 days of life support, so this is okay. The first time I tried only with the capsule here, but the pod has only 7 days of life support, and so it wasn't enough. This is why I added that part to have more food and oxygen, but with 1 ton to add to my lander. Okay, so this is okay. 239 to land. From the surface of the moon to Kerbin, so that means from the surface of the moon to orbiting the moon, and then the transfer from the moon to Kerbin, and to use then aero braking, I need about 1,400 meters per second. So I have in my lander a little more than that. Okay. And well, this is the Kerbolar System 2.5. This is very challenging, but I really like this. Thank for the developer to that mod. It's a very great mod. This is the same developer who did what's the name? Where's My Crew Capsule? Okay, so the Pro before Crew Tech Tree, and combining the two, Kerbolar System and Where's My Crew Capsule is very challenging, and I really like that. With live support, it's wow, it's really cool. And with Kontrol System, of course, if you have to script all your missions. Although Valentina is a Kerbal, so with my own rules, when I have a Kerbal inside the rockets, I don't have to use a script. I can use a manual. I can do all I want manually. Okay, but I like to use a script just before the script save all the events in mission logs. So, and also it's a very cool to look all of this being done automatically. All right, this is the last step. The vessel is right here, and I don't need to be as precise on my landing as with the monument, because I don't really care to land just next to the vessel. Okay, so you see that transfer module helps me. It stays with me as long as possible. So I say I don't want to be exactly next to that vessel. Doesn't matter. What I wanted is just to land on a mare of the men, and I think we are successful for that. You see that the moon on crashing trajectory because the game loaded the vessel here. So I have a problem with my PID loop. I don't know why at 15 meters per second the PID loop doesn't work, but you'll see at 1 meter per second the PID loop is just perfect. So I don't know why it doesn't work for 15. And I don't have any auto suspension. I have the greatest strength and temper to avoid my craft to be to do silly things. Okay, so I have 1600 meters per second left. It will be way enough. Okay, so this is my pose for the script. Now I just have to go to EVA and I will save the game, because you know how KSP2 can be sensitive on the surface of the moon. And if I go outside, just in time. Okay, I did not want the legs to jump. Okay, so this is our first EVA on the surface of the moon. It was a very quick jump. No historical phrase, sentence from Valentina. Just jump, jump before the vessel crash on the moon. Let's run a surface survey. And let us plant our first flag. Valentina Val was here. Okay. This is cool. Right. Great. Let me take a screenshot of this. Take rid of this. Look here, Valentina. Hello. Okay. So I don't need to stay here for a long time. We could for roleplay we could use Valentina to go check on this lander, but I won't do that. You know what? What is we can't or I didn't found how to do that. I can open that. No, yes, I can open that. No, I can't. Okay. I can't select a science part and ask Valentina to take the science from that part, and this is a pity, because if I could, I would do that with that probe here just for fun. Okay, but I can't. Okay, so but let's board, and now I will click on ready to go, so it will save the game and it will start the liftoff from the moon. Okay, and the liftoff is very simple. It's a sort of gravity turn, but without atmosphere. So I go to east 90 degrees, and then I pitch directly to 45 degrees. So let's do that. I selected a thrust to have a TWR of 3.5. Okay, so I'm going to east, and then it is a very simple linear function, and I want an apoapsis of 20 kilometers, and at that moment when my apoapsis is at 20 kilometers, my angle above horizon will be 0. Okay, so and this is it. I'm just using a linear function for that, and in my script, don't check if there is any mountain, and it could be good to check that. But the legs should be retracted. Okay, when the secularization is done, I want my my craft to to go just between the moon and Kerbin. Okay, so this is what is looking for. So it looks at the angle, but I want the distance between Kerbin and my craft to be less than the distance between Kerbin and the moon. This is how it knows that my craft is between the moon and Kerbin. For roleplay, you can say just we need to wait a little for Valentina to rest a little, or to check some different things. But it's just that I wanted my my node to be here at that point. Okay. To go back to Kerbin. So I selected here a periapsis of 550 kilometers, because I first want to execute that that maneuver node. Then I will arrive here, okay, and then I will execute a new maneuver node, more precise. Okay. So I have enough delta V. So I'm pushing right in direction of Kerbin. Okay, so this is a way to increase my orbit here, to exit the sphere of influence of the moon. I like the fact that in KSP2 we can really see the sphere of influence. This is cool. Those circles are a little too big, I think, but I like to see the sphere of influence of Kerbin, of the moon of Minmus. Okay, this is it. I have 200 meters per second left. Here we go. Goodbye, man. So the sphere of influence of the moon has a radius of about 5.6 kilometers, 5.6 thousand kilometers. So this is it. Hello, Kerbin. So now we are doing our maneuver node to so it's a 51 meters per second, and this is the very last maneuver, the last burn, you can say. Not really the last maneuver, but the last burn. After that, this decoupler will be jettisoned. Okay, this is great. Automatic warp. Okay, so the script activates stages until the parachutes are activated. The antenna should be retracted, but it is not. And these solar panels can't be retracted, so they'll burn in the atmosphere. And I was hoping to land somewhere on Kerbin where I didn't have any science, but I think I'm going to land on water. and also by night. Okay, I already lose the 2 solar panels. Valentina is very confident, smiling. We are very confident too. Okay, so this was the tanks and the engines. The engine. Yeah, we will land on water, so it's safer to land on water, but it's too bad because I already have all I need on water. We are in the opposite side of the KSC. Or maybe we could land on that island. Could be great. Okay, this is an automatic warp because we are under 36 kilometers of altitude, and maybe, yes, I don't know what biomes is it, what biome is it, but it is great, it is great. So the antenna didn't burn. This is amazing. So, is this a new biome? So you have truck chute here and the 2 main chutes on the side. I already collected samples from beach because our first flyby from the moon we landed really close to the ocean. Okay, experiment ready to start. Where are we? I know this is beach. Oh, too bad. But let me go to AVA. I already have the science point for beach, okay, so I don't need. But let me go. Is it far from here? Okay, I try to look at other biomes right close to Valentina, but there wasn't any biome close to Valentina, so let's stay here and let's recover the vessel. This is it. Valentina has done 2 missions and She returned safely after 5 days in a single mission. Spent 5 days or more during all missions. Planted a flag. EVA on the surface of the moon. Stable orbit around the moon. Landing on the moon. Okay, so a lot of missions achievements. Well done, Valentina. So I have some science, not so much of this, but orbital survey, Kerbin 69%, moon 94%. So I have science to collect, and Minmus 82. Okay, so this will be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we will land on Minmus, next to the monument of Minmus. See you soon.